Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe. There's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hello, how you doing, guys? Oh my goodness, been a busy week. Hey, out to lunch, how you going? Darren, how you going? Robin, how you going? Alex, how you going? Who else have we got in here? We've got I am Kai, how you going? Carl. Did I say Darren already? Missy T, how you doing? Who else have we got? I am Kai. Flyby Stu, how you going? Good to see you guys. Hopefully I can talk better today. It's a bit bloody cold here. But, yeah, there's still a lot going on. Oh, dear me. Okay, let's have a look at the news and then we'll have a chat. Charlie Kirk said, I've obtained an exclusive internal email from Target leadership to management. Target reaffirming their support for grooming kids and LGBTQIA plus whatever content for minors. Target wants to lose another $9 billion. Let's help them. Why not? To our team stores, thank you for steadfastly representing our values. No one is better at working through uncomfortable situation in service to an inclusive guest experience. As soon as you hear that word inclusive, you know it's going downhill from there. What you've seen in recent days went well beyond discomfort, and it's been gut-wrenching to see what you've confronted in our aisles. What if they could... Proof? Of anything? To our team in the service centres, thank you for your patience and professionalism through high volumes of angry, abusive and threatening calls. Are they not recording any of these? They recognise how difficult and even frightening those interactions can be. Are they all snowflakes? And I thank you for the composure with which you fielded those comments. To the teams who've been working so hard on our plans for Pride and now are showing incredible agility as we adjust, thank you. Your efforts will ensure we can still show up and celebrate Pride in meaningful ways. To the LGBTQIA++++++ community, one of the hardest parts in all of this was trying to contemplate how the adjustments we're making to alleviate these threats to our team's look, proof or it didn't happen, okay? Simple as that. We want recordings, we want video, we want whatever they've got. Proof. Sick of it. Proof. And also, Harley Davidson have joined Bud Light. Oh, no. Harley Davidson, what are you doing? Sir Mix said, agreed. Where have those funds disappeared to? Local pubs, Toyota four-wheel drives and gunja? Oh, and pay for the likes of these two blabber on. Could you be wrong? Said, was replying to someone, said not to mention the hundreds of millions each year in mining royalties, 270 million in the Northern Territory alone last year. Where's the money going? I'll be taxed to oblivion, so you know that the government are getting a lot of money from that. Tracy Bean said if you spent more time celebrating your kid, you wouldn't have to worry about them being non-binary because they'd know who they are. She's literally saying her kid won't be okay unless celebrated by people and corporations they don't know. It's a mental disorder. It's in response to Rosie Memos said thirsty out-of-work actress Rachel Levere claims her 7-year-old is non-binary and can't return to Target for a month, or else you'll see the Satan-loving designer bulge suits have been moved. These people are insane. Way to go, terrorists, for making a noise. Okay, let's have a listen to this BS.
So I just walked into Target, and the right behind me here where you see all these lovely swimsuits, that's where the Pride display used to be. And I came in here 2 days ago, and my 7-year-old, who's non-binary, saw it and said, "Look, Mom, it's Pride. Look, they're going to celebrate me."
Sure.
And because some people complained and threw some stuff to the ground, or I don't know what happened, they have moved to the Pride section.
Threw some stuff to the ground, or I don't know what happened. Well, why say anything?
To the back of the store. So the next time my 7-year-old comes to Target, or rather, I can't bring them here anymore, at least for the entire month of June, because if they walk in, and all the other people who walk in and go, "Where'd it go?" are going to realize that they are being successful in trying to erase them. We could do so much better than this. We're not supposed to negotiate with terrorists. We can do so much better than this.
Is she an actress? That's pretty bad acting. No wonder I've never heard of her. Anyway, I've never heard of her. But there you go. Oh, there's some pretty bad acting there. Her 7-year-old son said, "Look, Mum, they're celebrating Pride. Pride." How does a 7-year-old know unless it's been drummed into them? Because I've got like is 8 and 9-year-old grandsons, and they don't know what it is. Cat Turd said, "I've said this many times and I'll say it again. Nobody fought harder for DeSantis' re-election than me. For free. I like DeSantis as my governor, but I expect him to give us the 4 years he promised. There's no way he can run our state properly and do a national run for president at the same time. Perfect example. DeSantis was over in Japan and overseas for a week. Why? Because he's running for president. At the same time, Jacksonville voted in a Democrat mayor. This is going to happen over and over because he doesn't have his full focus on Florida where it belongs. His actual job is here, not Iowa, not New Hampshire, here. And that's because someone said you all always spoke so highly of DeSantis. And that's because there's another tweet coming up by Cat Turd that is calling DeSantis out. And the deep state are throwing everything behind DeSantis. So what that's going to do is divide the vote. Anyone who was with Trump should remain that way. He's the only one with the charisma to do it, as we found out from DeSantis the other day on Twitter Spaces. Oh dear, sounded like a wet mop. Like the charisma of a wet mop. That's pretty sad. And he should learn, stay in Florida, learn, do good for the state that he supposedly runs. But, you know, that's just my opinion, so there you go. And I think it divides the vote, and then bigger chances of a Democrat winning when you divide the Republican vote. Liz Crokin said, plot thickens. Inside Edition is reporting that Wendy Deng Murdoch possibly met with Jeffrey Epstein when she was married to News Corp, parent company of Fox News Channel, CEO Rupert Murdoch, according to Epstein's schedule. Also, former News Corp executive Joel Klein reportedly met with Epstein at least 5 times. There are other names mentioned in the report. The pieces are coming together. And they are. And you know how people say, oh, you know, you're going to see movies, or like not movies, all the trials will be shown. They will. But the movies that that board was talking about are playing out right now in front of us for everyone to see, to wake people up. That's what I believe. So there you go. FOTA said recognise aggressors against, I don't know what else goes on there. Shocking and absolutely bizarre. Virtue signalling judge with no idea about the voice to Parliament spontaneously uses his official judge email to abuse a politician for daring to want to vote no. This ranks up here with ABC journalism, but from a judge. So the judges are getting involved now. Chief Justice Andrew Bell has admonished a Supreme Court judge for an email. Justice Ian Harrison, that's who it is. This guy here. Nice trader there. At least we know who they are. Show their faces. Having read this judge's opinion that voice to Parliament provides a harmless symbolic benefit with no constitutional issues, will you be voting for the voice to Parliament? You disgusting racists. No. But I haven't read it, but I'm still going to say no. The purpose of the voice to Parliament's been revealed by planning documents released under Freedom of Information to allow for creation of a new sovereign state. Self-determination, separate states, sovereignty, supreme authority. Is this going to be like the Vatican is in Rome, like Vatican City, and the City of London and Washington, D.C.? Is that what it's going to be like another entity running things? Treaty, can enter international agreements. What am I reading? ABC Fact Check confirms the above guiding principles: self-determination, separate state, sovereignty, supreme authority, treaty, can enter international agreements. Yeah, there you go. That's what I just read. Why do you have to put it in there twice? I don't know. Aussiebot said it only escalates from here. The beginning is near. Not the end. The beginning. Elon Musk said, hold on to your horse as the carousel of destiny spins ever faster. And I know Elon Musk was in with Ron DeSantis. But I do think every now and then they'll throw something out and you'll go, Things that make you go, Hold on to your horse as the carousel of destiny spins ever faster. In other words, it's going to get quicker from here. It's going to get quicker. Pick up the pace and it's going to be insane. So hold on to your hats, people, honestly. Jack Poe, seriously, I said that ages ago about what's happened in the last couple of years. Hold on to your hats, and it's still going. And I'm surprised it's still going. Okay, Jack Pozo said thousands of fraudulent registrations found requesting certain things on NY voter rolls. Wow. Who would have thought? It's coming out. Malcolm Roberts said, here it comes, the start of attempts to ban cars and ban the freedom they provide us. The UNWF Alliance is driving this. ITYS. Okay, I don't understand that one. Here it comes, the start of attempts to ban cars and ban the freedom they provide us. Okay, you just said that. Why am I reading things twice? The ultimate decision and power, though, is not with UNWF. The decision is in the hands of the councillors and state and federal MPs, God help us, restore Australian sovereignty. And it's in response to Rukshan Fernando, who said the destruction of the Melbourne CBD continues. This comes off the back of removing longer free parking, removing car parks and car lanes for bike lanes only, and also receiving a submission from an institute to consider charging tolls. There you go. There goes Melbourne CBD. And believe me, New South Wales is not far behind. They've installed trams in Parramatta, which is slightly west of Sydney, but further east than I am. So there you go, great. And you know what else? They want to build some wildlife park up in the mountains here with crocodiles and all sorts of things that, as far as I know, don't normally roam here, and if they do, God help us there. My apologies, guys, but it's ridiculous. It's going to go, look, they did that down in the west of Sydney, and what happened was they got shut down and things escaped. So there's a black panther seen around the Blue Mountains already. Interesting. Okay, Z Media official. I've got to have a cough again, guys, sorry. And a sip of tea. I had honey on toast before I came on. Nice honey. Z Media officials said the Victorian Parliament in Australia is officially the first government in the world to publicly display their support of a UN agenda to decriminalise relations with children. Oh dear God, what is this?
People in Australia have been protesting at local council meetings and have effectively managed to shut down several drag queen pedophile shows, Stu. It's been a great success. This is because the majority of people do not want this. It's not normal to sexually dance or perform in front of children. So what does the Victorian government do in response to the people successfully shutting down drag queen pedophile time? Demonically possessed Daniel Andrews decided to host a pedophile event inside Parliament. Your federal government and any other government that is aligned with the United Nations is not only wanting to sexualize your children, that term is too mild. They are actively working towards their...
Okay, oh, wow, that was a lot. I'd love to play the whole lot. I should have streamed over on Rumble. But I think we get the gist. The Australian government is heading headfirst into it. The show continues. Liz Crokin said this Project Veritas story confirming that pizza is a code word used by pedos to prey on children is an absolute bombshell, and no one in the mainstream is talking about it. There are no MSM outlets reporting this, including mainstream conservative media. And there are very few big accounts spreading this story either, despite my post alone having 1.4 million views. Make no mistake, there's a conspiracy to hide the truth on any news validating what we looked into years ago. The silence is deafening. Sad. Did not match any suggestions. What's going on? This is this, okay, the pizza. Project Veritas whistleblower Ryan Montgomery, a cybersecurity professional, was given a tip about a disturbing website, and after a bit of digging, he found a vast network of self-proclaimed pedos, murderers, and people attacking people, women, in a bad way, or even men, using the open internet to prey on children. He said that pizza, cheese one, you know, that means that, right? It means this. Cooking and other words were used as pedo code to prey on kids. We pretty much knew that. There's a 12-minute video there. What I'm going to have to do with this one is I think I'm going to have to share it. There you go. If you want the whole story, go to Twitter. Cat Turd said it's becoming painstakingly obvious that if he wins the primary, the obnoxious DeSantis team doesn't want or need our support in the general. I've already been doxed and lied about more by the DeSantis team than I have been by the left. We're taking notes and we'll remember this in the future. Good luck winning a general election without us. That's why people were questioning Cat Turd before, saying, but you are behind DeSantis. Yes, behind him staying in the state for at least his term. Until he learns. And he needs some charisma, that guy. Sorry, but, I mean, I like DeSantis. I don't have a problem with him. But he should stay in Florida and fix Florida. That's my opinion. Betty Johnson said, breaking. Target stock has just collapsed to its lowest trading value in a year with no end in sight. Keep going, guys. For the first time in my life, common sense Americans are standing up for themselves and committing to action. And you don't even have to do much except boycott. We are the majority. We are winning. We're just getting started. There you go. Bye, Target. I don't know if our Target's linked to your Target over there in the US, but I'm boycotting anyway. An important reminder that Target is lying to you. Weird that satanic child cult grooming is the line, but I'm glad we're finally activated. Okay, Tampa, Florida. Just walked in the door. You've heard that there's backlash, that some Target made some real changes to their very aggressive Pride display this year. And you have been lied to, actually, because right here at the very front of the building, there you go. Toddler mannequin. And it gets better. Check this out. So, they've also have toddler gear. Plenty of onesies for literally 12 months. That's what that is. And they have this designer. See that this designer by the now infamous satanic company. The guy says that we're hanging with Satan. Oh dear. What? Because Satan respects pronouns. This is his brand. Look it up right at the front of the store, along with the child mannequin. I've been asking, how close is this giant display, which is at the front of the store? How close is this to Joanna Gaines' section? Which I find particularly interesting because, you know, Joanna Gaines is very lucrative and presumably multi-billion-dollar deal with Target. And she's a Christian who has Christian moral values that she wishes to uphold and built on her entire brand on family values. You've seen oh my God, I can't read quick enough. Hang on one sec, guys. Oh my goodness, let's go back. Well, I might just let him tell you. Is that easier? Probably.
You see, I've just taken like probably 10 steps from the display, and here we are. This is the Joanna Gaines fiefdom inside of Target. So here you go. There they are. There they are. The paragons of Christian entrepreneurs and family values, right next to the satanic designs inside of the Pride display in Target that they've been lying to you about. So there you go, Joanna. She's literally, she's looking across, literally looking across from it. So again, Target is lying to you. What does Joanna Gaines think about this? Do they support this? Do they support satanic grooming of children? Sure would be nice to know. But that's confirmed now. Don't believe the lies. Target has gotten rid of nothing. And if anything, it's worse than I could have possibly imagined. I mean, listen, guys. You have a right to run a business. You have a right to make your own choices as a store. And we, the consumers, also have our own rights. And so if you support this, the literal using of child mannequins in your displays, that's on you. This brand, this Target brand, needs to be toxic. It needs to be toxic among people that believe in common sense and that people that are just basic anti-grooming, anti-sex cult, and anti-Satanism. And those are the facts from your boy Benny here in Tampa, Florida.
There you go. So they're not doing anything.
Okay, so...
Well, don't want to play again. What the hell? Oh, he's commenting on... I was thinking, I haven't bookmarked that. Oh, well, hang on. What's he trying... Is he trying to stick up for it? Hang on. Hang on. Brian Krasenstein, like the Krasenstein brothers, okay, says this has absolutely nothing to do with the culture wars crap. It has to do with their earnings report for last quarter, which does not include numbers from the last month and a half. Oh, then it's going to be even lower, isn't it? It's laughable to pretend as if culture wars caused the stock to collapse this week. Stop preaching division. Oh, really? Hypocrite. Okay, let's get back to sense. Julie Donuts said, what the deep state demons have hidden from us is astounding. Free energy, cures for everything, the stealing, killing, and attack of millions of children in a really bad way. They hid the taxes are unconstitutional and illegal. They hid we were sold on the stock market. Yeah, Australia's on the stock market. They hid our history. They hid parts of the Bible. They hid their plans to take down America and take over the world. They lied about everything. They poisoned us with chemtrails, chemicals in our food, and water to dumb us down and make us sick. I can't watch TV or go see a movie. I can't eat anything without wondering what's really in it. I can't drink any water either. I can't watch sport. It's rigged. Nothing was real. Nothing was honest. Nothing is wholesome or healthy. I don't trust any places where you donate money. I don't trust banks, lawyers, or politicians. I don't trust any church. I don't trust any school. I don't trust any product sitting on any shelf. It's all a lie. What a sad, sad tweet. I trust only God. Man, I'm sad today. I'm off to bed. Good night. The poor sad person, Julie Donuts. Collect rainwater. I know, they're spraying stuff from the sky. You can't escape it. Okay, none of us can. So we just got to ride this out because these things here are coming. They are coming. Cures, energy, free. It's coming. Hang in there with us, honestly. Bad Kitty Unleashed said, so Antifa was at Jan 6 and beating Trump supporters. Really? The same DC cop who beat innocent Trump supporter Victoria White nearly to death on January 6 was driving around with the DC Antifa leader during the June 2020 riots. Wow. From the Gateway Pundit. Is anyone surprised? Really? Hello, where? Oh, there's the story down there. Okay. So he was riding around with Antifa. Victoria White after she was... Okay, I probably shouldn't have shown that, but I scrolled through pretty quick, hopefully. Quick enough. Okay, to the Gateway Pundit readers, we've had the honour and pleasure to speak with and interview Victoria White in October 2022. She's a wonderful American, committed mother, a victim of unbelievable police violence, and a beautiful person. She was beaten over 40 times with open fists and sticks on Jan 6. Victoria White from Rochester, Minnesota, attended the Stop and Steal rally in Washington, D.C. on January 6. Like many Americans that day, it was the first time she ever visited Washington, D.C. She was excited to attend the rally and stand with President Trump at the Ellipse. What started as a wonderful trip with family and friends turned into a bloody nightmare. Victoria White was nearly killed by DC police officers during the rally. The police officers, led by Officer Jason Bagshaw, beat her in the face and shoulders nearly 40 times with sticks and their fists. Then they dragged her through the US Capitol shoeless and forced her to wait outside without a phone, a coat or a ride after they released her hours later. Lovely. This was after Victoria broke up Antifa activists breaking windows at the US Capitol. I'm not going to show a video of that, but I will retweet it for anyone who wants to see that. Laura Loomis said, spotted. I'm inside the Four Seasons in Miami, Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign kickoff just took place. Investor Peter Snyder is there in attendance wearing a DeSantis for President badge that says Investor. Snyder is also a senior advisor for Meredith Corporation. He's the founder of the New Media Strategies, which counts Disney as a client. Hilarious. More culture war BS from DeSantis. Yeah, I think he should stay where he is. Get in your lane, mate. Get in your own lane. Whoops. The Gateway Pundit said Coma drops $5 million Biden bribe bombshell in letter threatening Ray with contempt over subpoenaed FBI whistleblower document via the Gateway Pundit. Ray's a sleeper. Playing as if he's on their side. Wait, just keep watching. Tom Fitton, sir, and you don't have to agree with me, believe me. Tom Fitton said, alert from Microsoft. Microsoft has uncovered stealthy and targeted malicious activity focused on post-compromise credential access and network system discovery aimed at critical infrastructure organisations in the US. The attack is carried out by Volt Typhoon, a state-sponsored actor based in China that typically focuses on espionage and information gathering. Microsoft assesses with moderate confidence that this Volt Typhoon campaign is pursuing development of capabilities that could disrupt critical communications infrastructure between the United States and Asia region during a future crisis. Volt Typhoon has been active since mid-2021 and has targeted critical infrastructure organisations in Guam and elsewhere in the United States. In this campaign, the affected organisations span the communications, manufacturing, utility, transportation, construction, maritime, government, information technology and education sectors. Observed behaviour suggests that the threat actor intends to perform espionage and maintain access without being detected for as long as possible. To achieve their objective, the threat actor puts strong emphasis on stealth in this campaign, relying almost exclusively on living off the land techniques and hands-on keyboard activity. They issue commands via the command line to 1. Collect data, including credentials, from local and network systems. 2. Put the data into an archive file to stage it for exfiltration. And then 3. Use the stolen valid credentials to maintain persistence. In addition, Volt Typhoon tries to blend into normal network activity by routing traffic through compromised small office and home office SOHO network equipment, including routers, firewalls and VPN hardware. They've also been observed using custom versions of open source tools to establish a command and control C2 channel over proxy to further stay under the radar. Yeah, when we do lose power and comms for 8 to 10 days, what are people going to do? Oh dear, it's just getting more comical as we go on, really. Julie Donut said Bitcoin was created by DARPA. It's a coin that will not be coming into this new world. It was supposed to be part of the future under Hillary. Now, I don't know how true this is, but bear with me. Those plans got effed up by Trump and team. Anything evil will not move forward. Do not say no one told you or highly suggest you dump it. Not financial advice, just smart advice. And it depends on whether the other, I don't think it's fake news for pedos and people on the dark web use Bitcoin a lot. So who knows? Either that or it's going to end up regulated somehow. Okay, Glenn Beck said, so the U-Haul driver who allegedly planned for 6 months to attack the White House just had his charges downgraded to 1 count of depredation of property. Isn't the DOJ still trying to put grandmas in prison for parading on January 6th? Something's very wrong here. And I agree. And that's all I wanted to say was just what he said. Because it is. It shows you the two-tier justice system. And that's the movie playing out right now. John Mappin said, this is the beginning of the unravelling of the lies and the manifestation of truth. Apparently, Putin said, I don't know if this is true or not, but I will make public the depopulation plan that the United States and Europe have prepared. It will be the scientists hidden in the bioweapons labs that have been found who will uncover everything. They are right now in Moscow. We'll find out. Jack Pozo said, White House staffer, they're having an absolute field day in the West Wing right now. People from tons of offices gather round one iPhone connected to a Bluetooth speaker. What a fail. And that was apparently during Ron DeSantis running, or his announcement. Seriously. Wet mops, seriously. DC Drano said, now that we know 50 US senators receive satellite phones in case of cyber attack or other comms breakdown, can we at least know which 50? Were they Democrats or Republicans? The American people deserve to know more about this bizarre development. I feel like I'm reading the same thing again. Space Pirate says socialism sucks. Mice die in mousetraps because they do not understand why the cheese is free. Same thing happens with socialism. Has anyone ever seen the Utopia mouse experiment? If you haven't, go search for that on YouTube, because that's very interesting and pretty much shows what will happen to humanity, or what is happening right now actually. You've got the pretty ones who just groom themselves all day long, and they start fighting and eating each other. It's great. Just go and have a look. We won't make it that far, believe me. Better things are coming, guys. Just hang in there with me. I know I've been saying this for years, but they are. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Tim Young said Black Lives Matter might go bankrupt, which is crazy because there's no evidence that even a single penny of their funds were spent on improving black neighbourhoods at all. No, it was the leaders and their families that ended up with the money. Yep. One of the leaders' brothers was given $1.5 million for, I don't even know why. But there you go. So they're going broke. They're filing for bankruptcy, as far as I know. Sal the Agorist. What's this? Oh yeah. Okay, this is guns. This is all those rich dudes that did bad things with kids on Epstein Island, and the government shines a spotlight on the guns. Of course they do. They're involved. So is the Australian government. So is... Wait till everyone finds out that Trump was set up because Alexander Downer from Australia started a rumour. Pepstein didn't kill himself, bumper sticker. Who killed Pepstein? Not himself, that's for sure. Oh dear, you gotta laugh. Liz Crokin said Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene has called for a special committee to investigate the connections between Jeffrey Epstein's relationship with public officials and government intelligence agencies. She told Benny Johnson she's determined to expose the full extent of Epstein's network of influential contacts. The American people deserve to know the truth. I'm for the full client list being completely revealed, Greene said. The things that went on at his very famous island need to be revealed. In my opinion, there's 3 main reasons powerful individuals in banking, government, education, big tech, Hollywood, etc. have remained dead silent on Epstein. Here's why. They're clients and or co-conspirators. They're blackmailed, or they're weak individuals who care more about maintaining their fame, money and power than they do about kids. When you expose crimes against kids, you run the risk of losing some or all of that, and for most, losing any of that is sadly not worth it to them. There you go. I agree. Here. Fletch17 said, so someone flew the flag upside down at the US Capitol, which means distress. Jack Dorsey posted JFK quote talking about splintering the CIA, but Jack added NSA and FBI. And Pick, a swamp creature, is the pic showing on Ron DeSantis' homepage. Pedo teachers and coaches are getting arrested coast to coast. Adam Schiff getting his comeuppance, and any companies supporting grooming and wokeness are getting crushed. Target. I'm sensing a pretty major shift in signs that tell us to hold on. Or maybe all of it's just a coincidence that all this is coming out. What do you think? Raw's alert said breaking US flag at top of Senate on US Capitol flies upside down. Whoops. It is too. Yes, a nation in distress. I've been flying my little flag upside down for ages. Chris Mate said tonight will mark the second time in less than 12 months that the Opera House will be illuminated in the tricolours of the Indian flag at a cost of $80,000 to $100,000. Why? Where is the concern about wasting taxpayers' money now? Look what they did. Why? We are not India. We have a lot of Indians here, but we're not India. How about supporting Australia? They will never light this thing up with the Australian flag. They'll do it for Ukraine and India, apparently. Ben Fordham Live said New South Wales police need to front up. It's been a week since 95-year-old, she wasn't 85, she was 95-year-old Claire Nolan was hit with a taser but we didn't know about the taser until 53 hours later. This is not a good look. Poor woman is dead. Then you've got a Muse questioning equity. The uncle of the subway attacker, Jordan Neely, who demanded that the man who subdued his nephew be sent to prison for life, was just arrested for stealing purses from restaurant patrons. It turns out while he acted as the Neely family spokesperson, he was wanted by police for a pattern of grand larceny. Neely attacked police when they tried to arrest him. He's expected to be released on Monday. Oh dear. Update, Jordan Neely's uncle released without bail in New York City, credit card theft arrest. Wow. NBC News said Montana becomes the first state to ban people dressed in drag from reading books to children at public schools and libraries. Yay! Go, you guys. Oh dear. And Prisha said binders have known health risks. Even trans-identifying people will tell you this. This person, Prisha, has permanent damage in a rib cage from binding, back and shoulder pain in the connective tissue in the area. She compressed for years, is damaged. The worst part about binding might not even be the physical damage, however, it's a pipeline to double mastectomy. On top of damage to the back and ribs, binding deforms the breast. Compressing and binding them for hours a day leads to their degradation. They become painful, saggy, discoloured and damaged, making the trans-identifying female more likely to remove her breasts. This is why social transition and things like binding, which seem harmless and are actually insidious and dangerous. Insidious, not insidious, insidious. Lymphatic drainage is impeded. It's still the most ill-fitting undergarment ever devised. There you go. Don't do it, people. Don't do it, kids. The Australian first Daniel Andrews banned Victorians from their holiday homes during lockdown. Now he's coming after their gateway to pay for his pandemic mistakes. He's going after holiday homes. When will people learn? Sandy Yang said the Canberra Voice. It now appears that Linda Burney and Anthony Albanese are asking ASIO to label anyone that says vote no on Twitter as a domestic terrorist. Yes. So are Christians anyway. Source was Sky News Australia, is it? Yep. Sure hope this investigation wasn't led by the government. I'm sure it is. The government are asking them, aren't they? Yeah, some of the government are asking. Well, Christians and anyone who says no to the Voice and anyone with an opinion, now you're a terrorist, apparently. Proud Army Brat said yesterday in Japan he had hair, today he doesn't. He lost it. What happened? Okay. Where'd the hair go? You could say it's different angles and it's combed over, but that looks like a lot more hair even towards the back than this one. Or did he have a toupee on? Pretty bad toupee. Oh, no, it really probably does match him, the hair. Not only is his hair missing, but so is Jill. She didn't get off Marine One with him. He left her in Japan, apparently. I think they're getting scared. Mario Norfolk said Trump just posted this video making fun of DeSantis. I have to admit, I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, let's have a listen. This is hilarious.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Ron DeSantis Twitter space.
Hello? Is my microphone working correctly?
George, can you just wait while we...
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can all hear you, George. Can you just hold on for a second?
Hilfa, I don't think they can hear me.
I can hear you fine, George. Just speak to the
I don't think George knows how to use Twitter.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Can I please make my big announcement now? Everyone just...
Hello?
Just shut up, George.
Can somebody just mute George?
Dick, could you try not to cough on the...
Okay, so how are we going to take out Trump, you guys?
Guys from the FBI, this is not a private call. This is a public Twitter space. Everyone can listen in.
God damn it.
Anyway, guys, we invited everyone to this this Twitter space so Governor Ron DeSantis could...
Everyone just shut the hell up so I can make my announcement, okay?
You go, girl.
Wait, the devil is gay?
So what? Everyone in this call is gay. I happen to know every single one of you has a secret gay lover hidden in your closet.
Mein Führer, ich kann nicht zulassen, dass die Soldaten, die für Sie
Guys, can we please just calm down?
So anyway, guys, I just wanted to announce that I'm...
Okay, I can hear the governor very well.
Shut up! Would you please shut up already? I'm running for fucking president, okay?
Yeah, we kind of already knew about it.
Know, Governor.
Congratulations, Governor.
Oh dear. Dick Cheney. That was Dick Cheney coughing. Sounds a bit like I do sometimes. Oh dear. Okay, I've got to... seriously, I've got to give up smoking. I keep saying that. But I've got my vape handy. I'm going to go again. We'll see how it goes, guys. Shane Whiteley said, does anyone seriously believe this nonsense? Land tax changes won't be paid by renters, says Premier. No, they will be. They'll be handed down. No doubt about it. Maggie May, born World War II, said electricity prices plunge by 75% as Finland opens nuclear power plant. Can we have that? Have I read this already? I think I did. I think I'm at the end of the news. How did I get... I'm sure I bookmarked more than that. Let's have a look at... Hang on. Oops, I've got to turn the keyboard on. That would help, wouldn't it? Which way? Oh, yep, that was what I wanted. There it is there. I don't fully trust this website either, but let's just have a look at what they're saying. Breaking. Texas rhinos and Democrats vote to impeach highly popular Attorney General Ken Paxton on holiday weekend. Here's the vote sheet. This is a very unfair process that should not be allowed to happen or proceed. I will fight you if it does. Trump warns Texas rhinos on impeaching AJ Ken Paxton. Okay. So they're trying to impeach him while he's gone on holiday? During a holiday weekend? You're a piece of... AOC's town hall meeting descends into chaos as New Yorkers express frustration with Democrat policies. Oh, really? Okay, I'm not... Yeah, okay, there you go. AOC, an obvious criminal. Oh, well done, New York. Go, New York. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez held down a town hall meeting on Friday night with the Corona neighbourhood of Queens. What did I just read? In the Corona neighbourhood of Queens. Wow. Okay. The town hall meeting turned into a chaotic scene as fed-up New Yorkers expressed their frustration with Democratic policies such as the border crisis, debt ceiling, billions in military aid to Ukraine and other issues. New Yorkers disrupted the event, heckling and booing the Congresswoman, and while some supported the far left congressman. Okay. Anyone who went back and knows the beginning of the coronavirus, right? This is weird. Oh, thank you. I am Kai. You just subscribed. Coronavirus, right? And it meant... Corona means crown. In the Crown neighbourhood of Queens. Interesting. And then from booing the Congresswoman and while some supported the far left congressman. What's going on there? One fed up man shouted American citizens before migrants as he approached the Congresswoman while carrying American flags as seen on Freedom News TV. The disruption caused AOC supporters to boo as security personnel escorted the man away from the event. AOC shrugged it off and said okay as the man was escorted out. Throughout the town hall, there were chants of America First from a group of fed-up New Yorkers, and AOC supporters booed back, further contributing to the contentious atmosphere. In another interruption, a protester said, "We're on the verge of nuclear war with Russia." Their statement drew both surprise and disapproval from the crowd, resulting in further booing and frustration. Security personnel promptly escorted the woman out after multiple disruptions. Sounds like AOC is doing the most disrupting. Why don't they just get her out?
Next, we're going to go with
nuclear war with Russia. We're sending F-16. If we send F-16s, please on the verge of nuclear war. It's not okay. Are you going to stop this war? Okay, are you going to stop this war? That's my question. Are we going to?
Yeah, we know about the.
Okay, I think we get the gist. A lot of people yelling. Okay. Okay, what else have we got? Migrants allowed to enroll in Chicago schools without health records after years of draconian COVID rules, parents furious. Not only that, if you're anything like Australia, they force normal parents or people who live here and are born here to go through the vaccination roll thing. You've got to do all of them to get into school. Sounds interesting. One rules for thee, but not for me. Teen dies after medical emergency during swim meet. She was just days from a big accomplishment. Oh, poor girl. AG Paxton responds to illegal, unfounded and unethical impeachment. Texas activists vow to remove rhinos from office. Really? Okay, Attorney General Paxton secures $5.7 billion settlements with Walgreens for their involvement in the opioid epidemic. Texas to receive $340 million. Just in, judge denies defendant sanctions against Kari Lake. Lake to appeal dismissed lawsuit. There you go, she's still fighting. Obama-linked GLSEN organisation was handing out fisting kits to children at public conference. They were doing what now? Now Target is partnering with GLSEN in promoting gender transition in schools. Oh dear. Take your kids out of school. What in the hell is going on? Kamala Harris delivers West Point commencement address, warns cadets the climate crisis is one of the biggest challenges the military will face. Really? Is she stupid? She must be. We know she is. Wouldn't you think that war with Russia would be, or China even? Okay, Epstein trafficking ring. JP Morgan Chase's defence motion reveals shocking Virgin Island officials' involvement in the pedo's criminal activities. Former USVI First Lady was a paid Epstein employee. Of course. That's right. The story's always down further than I think it is. Okay. A string of interconnected civil suits has been raging in New York federal court, pitting Epstein trafficking victims against JP Morgan Chase and Deutsche Bank, as well as the US Virgin Islands territory against the very same banks. The victims' case against the banks is looking strong if the latest judge rulings are to be taken as a parameter link. So much that Deutsche Bank has settled a few days ago with Epstein victim plaintiffs to the tune of $75 million US. JP Morgan is also preemptively suing its former top executive Jez Staley to have him reimburse any damages they may face, which at this point seems a likely scenario. But on the USVI suit, the situation is not so clear-cut. JP Morgan Chase has just filed a fiery opposition to USVI motion to strike their affirmative defences. Can you just say it in layman's terms, man? I hope someone understands what I'm talking about. It's a legal filing attempting to demonstrate there's plenty of blame to go around when it comes to the government of the US Virgin Islands territory mishandling of and complicity with Jeffrey Epstein. The bank legal team argues that these facts disqualify the territory from seeking damages in civil court. In the process, the filing sheds light in some jaw-dropping and disturbing realities about the link between the Jeffrey Epstein trafficking ring and the USVI government. The opening of the judicial motion sets the tone. Plaintiff government of the United States Virgin Islands is complicit in the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein could have lived anywhere in the world. He chose USVI. Discovery obtained in this case reveals why. For 2 decades, Epstein maintained a quid pro quo relationship with USVI's highest-ranking officials. He gave them money, advice, influence and favours. In exchange, they shielded and even rewarded him, granting him more than redacted sum of millions of dollars in tax incentives. The bank's motion further states that the entity that most directly failed to protect public safety and most actively facilitated and benefited from Epstein's continued criminal activity was the plaintiff in this case, the USVI government itself. After getting out of jail in 2009, Epstein had the supervision of his parole transferred from Florida to the USVI territory, where he registered as a sex offender and maintained his primary residence. God, I'm having trouble talking again. Putting him under USVI law enforcement's direct jurisdiction and supervision. The shady billionaire courted USVI officials with money and favours and even funded and advised on the finances of the USVI government. Epstein gave money to USVI politicians. For example, Epstein supported Democrat Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, who successfully ran to be USVI's delegate to Congress after working for the USVI Economic Development Authority, the USVI agency responsible for awarding Epstein his massive tax benefits, of course. The amount of tax benefits is redacted in the released version of the motion, but it's in the millions of dollars. But according to the motion, Epstein's primary conduit for spreading money and influence throughout the USVI government was First Lady Cecile DeJong. God knows, I hope I said that right. Despite her public role and official duties, First Lady DeJong managed Epstein's USVI-based companies from January 2007 to January 2015, receiving from Epstein a salary, bonuses and other benefits, including $200,000 in 2007 alone. Epstein paid her children's tuition, i.e. the children of a sitting governor, John DeYoung, including when he was the sitting USVI governor. An excerpt from an email from the First Lady DeYoung. Oh, I can only see myself going off the wall with that one. USVI governor, John and I have put money into the campaign based on what we thought was going to happen with the tuition payments. Epstein had inside information about executive branch deliberative process on banking regulations related to international banking entities. In the described effort by USVI government officials to actively facilitate Epstein's crimes, perhaps the most distressing is to see Cecilia DeYoung emailing Epstein the draft language for the proposed human trafficking bill. Yeah, put the traffickers in charge of drafting the language for the trafficking bill. Lady DeYoung, this is the suggested language. Will it work for you? Epstein said we should add out of country for more than 7 days, otherwise I could not go for a day trip to Tortola at the last minute. A list of who I stay with should violate my privacy, restrict my business and livelihood. Epstein was disappointed by the final legislation, so his employee, First Lady DeYoung, offered comfort. I know this was a horrible week and I'm really sorry about how things panned out. However, all is not lost and we will figure something out by coming up with a game plan to get around these obstacles. Wow. Other salient point of the JP Morgan defence motion is that Epstein could not freely transport and exploit young women without assistance from the USVI government officials. Based on his government connections, when travelling through the USVI's airport accompanied by young women as a registered sex offender, Epstein could count on his great relationship with the officials there to avoid security or detection. This current battle in the USVI versus JP Morgan Chase lawsuit concerns the battle for the territory plaintiffs' attempt to strike out some of the bank's affirmative defence statements, including the unclean hands argument. New York courts have long applied the maxim that who comes to equity must come with clean hands, and that no relief will lie for parties who have committed some unconscionable act that is directly related to the subject matter in litigation. USVI did not simply fail to prosecute Epstein or protect his victims. Worse, USVI actively worked with Epstein, reaping the benefits of his wealth while lending officials services in aid of his crimes. Crazy. Okay. Watch. Biden gets number of granddaughters wrong. He's off by 20% and doesn't even realise it. I'm surprised he realises where he is at any point in time. Happening now, impeachment proceedings against highly popular Texas attorney, again, Ken Paxton. Like a dictator, Brazilian socialist president Lula da Silva wants to control civilian firearms. Look, don't ever give up your arms, or your legs, or your head, okay? Just don't. Oh, dear. I don't bow to anybody. Joe Biden, after a reporter needles him on Democrat criticism of his willingness to cave to McCarthy on work requirements. Utah target evacuated after reports of trans extremists threatening to bomb multiple target locations for removing satanic rumor products. Oh, look. Yeah, it wasn't our side after all, was it? Look. They're trans extremists threatening to bomb multiple target locations for removing it. Okay. It's an illegal impeachment. A 10-year-old journey, Ken Paxton. That impeachment's going berserk, isn't it, with stories? 2 transgender bio males, high school athletes withdrawn from girls' state track and field championships following protest and backlash. Good. Should be more of it. Watch. Italian police deliver beatdown to transgender after he attacked them and allegedly exposed himself to children. Oh, I saw this video, and even though I agree with the police, it was disturbing to watch for me. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I just can't watch people get beat up. But he got beaten up. He did, the transgender, and so he should, for exposing himself to children and threatening their lives. What's beeping on me? Stripped naked in front of children at school and threatened to infect every single person, including children at school, with AIDS. Okay. Well, he did deserve what he got, sorry. They beat him up. I just can't watch it. I'm a wussy. Lindsey Graham travels to Kiev to promise whatever the GOP candidates say the Uni-Party Congress will keep feeding Ukraine weapons. Biden's coalition cracks. His son cracked. Alright. Top Democrat beginning to doubt the White House. Oh, there you go. It's going to fall apart on them shortly. And it's all leading to Obama anyway, so even if Michelle Obama runs, she's going to be implicated too, along with her husband, because they're all part of it. Anywho, we've been news for 1 hour and a quarter. No, 1 hour and 3 minutes, sorry. See if I can get this back over here and I'll go through and read your comments, guys. Okay, I'm at the beginning. I expected to jump any minute now. I can say hello twice. It's my show. Thank you very much, Darren. Appreciate it. Hey, Faith, how you going? Joe Q. Grant, how you going? And Zal, how you going? And who else have we got in here? Oops, there you go. The chat just jumped again. Let me have a look. See how far back I can go. James, how you going? George, how you going? Captain Whippersnapper, how you going? Sherry, how you going? Who else have we got? Anyone else? Luna, how you going? Dan Markle Sr., how you going? Okay, I've gone as far back as I can. James says, God help us. I know, God help us, really. You got to laugh, otherwise, you know, you go nuts. Flyby Stew said, what gets me about our society is if you go money, you can give out, if you have money, you can give out orders. Bill Gates is a nonce with a eugenicist. Have a look into his history. What a scumbag. Of course, yes, Flyby Stew, he is. They are. They're all sickos, aren't they? Darren said, Alex used to like pantomime, but now drag queens have ruined the humour in it. Alex said, I don't think we can rely on any of them, Darren. And Zal said, why aren't the trannies having story time at senior homes? Exactly. Because that's not who they want to groom. I am Kai said, had to PP back for... Tell Viking... What? Guys, don't get me in your argument. Okay, I won't read those comments, the ones where you guys are arguing. Oh, thank you, Esther. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Luna said, hello all. James said, no drag story time in old people's homes. Funny that. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, they're just after the kids. Darren said, you're as right as always, Alex. Looks like a global civil uprising is coming. Captain Whippersnapper said, stay strong, Australia. Much love sent your way. Yes, don't ever give up your guns. As you find out. You see, in Australia, you can have them for certain reasons, but self-defence is not one of them. If you just want to go in for self-defence, no. Not allowed. You're not allowed to defend yourself in Australia. In fact, the police commissioner a few years ago said that if someone breaks into your home, best to run or hide or let them do what they're going to do. Oh, okay. So while they're attacking your missus or kids, doing really bad things to them, you're supposed to stand there and no. Anyone comes through my door, they're going to get a frying pan over the head. Cast iron frying pan. Okay. James said, predators. Yeah, definitely. Flyby Stew said, who hasn't hit the like thingy? Darren said, pray for the prey. Alex said, yeah, you're not wrong. I had a YouTube advert come up yesterday called Queer Fiffany. Full 9-minute advert, not even shocking anymore. It's blatant grooming. Yeah, well, you won't get, or shouldn't get ads on this channel right now. I know it's not my channel you're talking about, but you shouldn't get any ads on this channel because it's not monetized and it probably won't be. Zal said, all this flaunting by politicians in our faces keeps reinforcing the powerlessness most people feel about the whole system. Yep, just hold the line. Sherry said, always hit the like before anything else. Yeah, I do too with people I like. I go straight in, hit the like button, and then go in the comments. James said, Struth, that's not a Sheila. Mick Crocodile Dundee, I miss the 80s. Yeah. Yep, he grabs the crotch. Captain Whippersnapper said, I believe DeSantis is a Soros horse in the race. Zal said, DeSantis is a cabal stooge. George said the LBG need to get rid of the T and Q and plus and A and all the other one, whatever they are. Yeah, they do. Alex said, saw the video of someone pieing Billy Goat Gates in the face today again. Yep. Yeah, that's a classic video that's been going around for a while now. Of Bill Gates when he was younger getting hit in the face with a pie. Alex said, don't have Target in the UK. Oh, good. George said, don't want Target in the UK either. James said, I used to like rainbows. Yeah, well, no, we've got to take the rainbows back because they belong to God. They don't belong to the trans movement and Satan. No, they're God's creation. Captain Whippersnapper said, for boycotting to be successful, make sure to avoid all merchandise sold even in other stores. Yes. Exactly. Missy T said 100%. Alex said, I still like rainbows. They are from God. These weirdos hijacked it. Yep. Darren said they used the rainbow to insult God. It was given as a sign of his promise to never wipe us out again. They must think that makes them safe from his reach. James said, fair comment, Alex. It's sad, really. Alex said, everything's inverted these days. Alex said, just what the devil wanted. I don't consent. Yes. Well, it's written on the labels and that they love Satan and shit. Weirdos. Alex said, just what the devil wanted. I don't consent. Oh, I read that, yep. Mr. T said, Wizard of Oz over the rainbow sex offenders, yep. Faye said, Alex, yes, upside down, inside out, crazy. Yes. World's gone absolutely batshit crazy. George said, hi, Faith. Alex said, it's sad, but at least we can see through the illusion and we can never be fooled by it again. Yep, James, yep. Captain Whippersnapper said, Target also has multi-purpose centre that hosts concerts and sporting events. Really? Don't go to any of them. Research. Captain Whippersnapper said boycotting these events and not purchasing tickets will hurt them badly. Exactly. Darren said, Alex, they even invert penises to form fake vaginas. Yeah, they do. James said, hello, Missy T. Who's behind the curtain? Soros and the little bike? Yellow Brick Road? Yep. Alex said, God is good and God wins. Yep, and God is coming. And he's peed off. Oh, dear. Oh, God, it's cold here. I woke up. Yesterday was 0 degrees Celsius and this morning was 1 degree Celsius. No snow yet. James said, Alex, 100%, once you see it, you can't go back. Yeah, once you see through the BS, it's hard. You can't. You can't just go back to sleep. It doesn't work. Dan Markle Sr. said, amen. Missy T said, sickos. King Snurgle said, Stein at the end of any surname says it all. Ashkenazi, Frankish, Sabbatean, child molester cult member. Alex said, they want to break us and I simply won't have it. I've been broken enough in my life to stand strong. Exactly, Alex. Just hold the line. No matter what, just hold the line. Stay strong. Stay with us till the end because this end's good, I'll tell you. Darren said, send Soros home in a balloon, then get Biden to shoot it down with half a mil missile? Half a mil or mile missile? I don't know. You probably said it right and I didn't say it right. Captain Whippersnapper said, collect as much water as you can, not just food. Yeah, I've been collecting rainwater. James said, political prisoners. Dan Markle Sr. said, hi, Alex. Alex said, you can't unsee it. James Jamison, yep. Alex said, the veil is well and truly being lifted and I'm here for it. Yep. James said, most honest election ever, Zambian observers. Oh my. Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. I did realise this was on today. Sneaky. And everyone's saying, hey, Shannon. Shannon said, is King back? Yep. James said, Sleepy Creepy Joe is the most popular president ever. Oh my. Oh dear. Flyby Stew said, in BLACKHEATH writing, I don't consent to any of the above. King Snurgle said, this week a professor of one scientism or another in some prestigious USA university or other announced aliens are here among us. Disclosure is coming. Yeah, I'd just be careful it's not all BS. I suppose it's coming out anyway. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. George said, just noticed the LGBTQ crowd have added an A and I now. Yeah, they had a few years ago and then it got removed again, then it got put back on again. No idea. Shannon said, why have a Trump-like candidate when you can have the real deal? Yeah, well, Trump's the one he's got to finish what he started. He does. And he's the one with the ball big enough to be able to do it, I believe. And he's got charisma, which Ron DeSantis, wet mop charisma. Sorry. He needs to work on that, you know, and maybe in a few more years then he can, you know, do well. Shannon said, thank the light. Mr. King, I was worried. Missy T said, a-holes and idiots, George. And George said, hi, King. And Darren said, they expect 1 million aliens just in this year alone. That doesn't count the 100,000s that slipped through the net. We have been invaded and are awaiting the kinetic effect of it. Oh, I get what you mean. Darren said, yes, George, and the +2. George said, yeah, Darren. And Alex said, I saw that earlier with the U-Haul truck crashing into the White House. Some bloke crashed into the gates of Downing Street the other day too. Yeah, some weird stuff going on. Darren said, two-spirited equals schizophrenic. How's that a sexual preference? Oh, yeah, the two S as well, they put on the end of it. Two-spirited. So they got two spirits. They're possessed. If they got two spirits inside them, they're possessed. Darren said, Alex, both crashes were at about 5 miles per hour. King Snurgle said, Darren, I wasn't talking about the aliens that arrive in dinghies and full on. It starts next week. Can't wait to see that movie. Zal said, can't wait, King. George said, schizophrenic is not a sexual preference, it's a mental illness. Darren said, I'll never again donate to RNLI. I don't even know what RNLI is. Oh. Shannon said, they all end up dying, lol. Shannon said, sorry, was feed big chooks. Just got to feed the dogs and can focus on the chat. Cool. Darren said, exactly, George, but it's part of their list. Alex said, yeah, I didn't see any damage to the car. I heard the bloke was doing about 20 miles per hour, which would have at least have cracked the bumper, but was no damage. Maybe staged. Exclusive footage to ITV2. Possibly. Shannon said, Downer, a cross-dresser with red shoes. Yes, Alexander Downer. Watch him in this Trump setup thing. An Australian will be implicated, and his name's Alexander Downer. Darren said, I watched the footage, Alex. He drove slowly over the road, put the brakes on at the curb, then rolled into the gates. Sounds absolutely... How deadly. George said, their list is getting bigger, might as well use every letter in the alphabet. Yeah, just let's call them the alphabet agent, the alphabet people. Alex said, what was the point then, Darren? Alex said, maybe it was just supposed to be still images, lol. Luna said, how obvious do they have to make it before people wake the F up? My God, I know. I hear you, Faith. Luna, sorry. Is Faith's here, isn't she? Yeah, somewhere. I hope you guys are doing well. Darren said, same as the U-Haul, both failed false. Yeah. Alex said, Rishi apparently escaped through the crack in the wall. George said, hi, Luna. Alex said, I think he looks like Roland Rat. Darren said, get the filler and seal him in the wall. Missy T said, yeah, with a little laughing face. Alex said, hey, Luna, I know how you feel. Flyby Stu said, Alex, I never voted, ever. My vote this time is going to go to, in black ink, do not consent to any of the above. Alex said, gotta laugh or we'd cry, exactly. George said, Rishi won't be Prime Minister for much longer. Darren said, Stu, you assume the person checking the vote speaks English? Alex said, no, it will be another unelected fool, no doubt, George. Zal said, the masks say it all, yeah. King Snurgle said, discussion about aliens has increased over 100% times 4 on YouTube last 6 months. Expect more and more pics of strange shaped craft in the skies over the coming weeks. The channels that have covered this for years are starting to wet their pants over this stuff. Shannon said, and I'm back. George said, yeah, Alex. And Flyby Stu said, Darren. Who? What? Gaff? Shannon said, how's your mission going, King? Alex said, didn't vote for it the first time in the last election after they wanted photo ID, Flyby. George said, I've not voted in years. Shannon said, Japanese bind feet. Yes, they do. Darren said, Alex, the last election was my first spoiled ballot too. I couldn't vote for the same. Alex said, do you think it's just Blue Beam, King Snowball? King Snowball said, back to work Tuesday, Wednesday. We got a call on Monday. I'm chilling out this weekend. Last 3 weekends were quite literally out of this world. Darren said, I spotted he had more hair. Simone, how you going? Hey, Hev123. It's good to see you back, King. Missed you a time or two. Darren said, so obvious. King said, I've pushed hard. They cancel any ideas of faking an invasion. The reptilians have always intended to use it as a cover to come in behind it, using it as advanced cover for them. Shannon said, I only donate to Flying Doctors and Hev and various other YouTube Rumble channels. George said, I see a photo of Biden groping a woman's boot. The only way you can donate now, Shannon, is through the Stripe link at the top of there. At the moment, that's all I've got. Alex said, they are the same. Darren, we need to start again with people like us from the ground up. Darren said, I agree, Alex. Everyone's saying hello. Alex said, dinosaurs using Twitter. George said, yeah, shut up, George, lol. Darren said, FBI, god damn it. Flyby Stew said, Alex, I've never voted in my life ever. They load of bollocks if they pick the candidate. How is that democracy? Oh, well, things are going to be fixed eventually, so... And I think that the board that was talking about, don't worry, the votes will be safe, I think it's this one. Alex said, who made this? Shannon said, I've started an American-US truck simulator thanks to Hev123 currently trucking around the US of A, checking out the sites. Yeah, sounds interesting, doesn't it, Shannon? And good on you. You told me what happened the other day, that you were going to send him something and then you sent him something. And thank you, Shannon. That's very much appreciated. Sherry said, love the Trump man. King said, I'm at a point now, I'm not bothered by what anyone says or does government-wise. This is going to happen, it's going to happen. Everyone knows the current scam's been planned for a very long time. Darren said the end of that video was cut. It ended with Trump coming in. Oh, really? Ah, so Twitter probably just did what they normally do and stopped the video, and I thought it was the end of it. How sad. Alex said, I used to, as my family has always been involved in politics, even though I knew it was coming, that was corrupt, sorry, but has changed rapidly over the last few years, and now the rest of my family see it now, Flyby. Yeah, hopefully most people can see it. I am Mrs. Kai said, Heb, for some reason I was unsubscribed to you, but I did subscribe again. Oh, thank you, I am Mrs. Kai. Flyby Stew said, Heb, how does your democracy work? Is the candidate chosen by the state? That's not democracy, is it? Yeah, exactly. They put them forward. I've said this for years. They put the candidate forward and we get to choose from this one or this one. It's not right. King Snowball said, there are beings that can see beyond our current experience of time unfolding. I was told this was all coming in 1969. It was just confirmed from another source. In 1975, I just wasn't given the when. Zal said, AOC needs to come and make me breakfast. Oh. And everyone's saying, hello, Mrs. I am Kai. Shannon said, time is a construct of Satan. Darren said they're fed up with Democrat policies, but they'll still vote for them again. Alex said that may have been Hev's other channel that got deleted. I am Mrs. Kai. Yeah. Yeah, the other channel got deleted. Whoops. King Snowball said, Shannon, I wouldn't give that feeble old fart the credit for anything as important as time. George said, I don't see any point in voting. They're all corrupt. Zal says Satan is a construct and doesn't exist. I'm Mrs. Kai said, good to see you, Alex. King Snowball said, I see time more as an ingredient. Time is created as a result of light, creating electricity and magnetism, and is a variable humans are stupid enough to think of as universal constant. It isn't. Alex said, still don't know why YouTube did it. I am Miss Kai. Shannon said, did you see the false flag in Ukraine? The Ukrainian deep state put a Patriot missile battery behind an apartment building. No, Russia would hit it with hypersonic. Unfortunately, all the missiles were launched before impact, which kept the size of the impact and collateral damage down. No, I missed that one. King Snowball said, geez, this wireless keyboard eats batteries. Zal said time was created when we were compressed into 3D. Darren said, Alex, I think it's the strange people that appear in the chat and introduce a banned subject. We don't bite, but their initial comment may be enough. Alex said, these people are sick and blatant about what they want to do to children. Yes. King Snowball said, Zal, time is a product of creation of matter. It needs constant purely to measure speed. That's it. Hey, Xenotron, how you going? I am Mrs. Kai said, Alex, maybe because of her stroke, not sure. Zal said, there is no war in Ukraine. It was over within a few days. Then it went underground to fight the hybrid army of the last of the beings pulling the strings on the world's largest human trafficking ring. Everyone's saying, hello, Zena. Xenotron said, the Satan is the prosecutor. He will do everything to prove it really is in you. Flyby Stew said we must love being a slave. So we need to stand up to these nonsense who think money is everything. Exactly. And George said, hi, Simone. And Zena said, hi, all. A beautiful day outside the Matrix. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to get outside, actually. Oh, it's getting cloudy. Zal said, yes, the King, the denser the matter, 3D, the more measurable it is. Alex said, yeah, I didn't realise that the chat could get a channel banned over silly things in some cases too, Darren. George said, is that why Hev's channel was banned, because of the chat? I don't know. I don't think so. It's probably me. Darren said, hey, Zena, let me out of the Matrix. The turkey's knocking on the window again. Alex said, yeah, I'm not sure anyone subbed to this channel before Hev's main channel got deleted. Hope everyone finds us again. MJ said, okay, how late am I? Depends on when you commented. I can't see a time under it. Shh, turkey, shh. I already fed him this morning. You think he'd be happy with that? He's becoming more demanding. Okay, Darren said, could have been anything, George. They don't bother with reasons anymore. George said, okay, Darren. And everyone's saying, hi, MJ. Hi, Mrs. Kai said, has anyone seen photo of Ron DeSantis with George Soros in the background? No, but I'm hearing a lot of, like, the deep state throwing themselves behind Ron DeSantis because they want to divide the Republican Party. They don't want Trump to win. Darren said, I haven't seen it, Mrs. Kai, but I know he's with them. Xenotron said, missed a lot of the chat, going to have to catch up later. MJ said, did I miss anything juicy? Well, there's a bit of Epstein stuff in there. And just the same usual shit. Except that Harley Davidson have joined Bud Light. That was interesting, I found. Mrs. Kai said, Darren, I'm shocked and disappointed with him. Alex said, I haven't seen that, but they are twisted with each other somehow, Mrs. Kai. Shannon said, yes, King's back. Captain Whippersnapper said, trans terrorists are responsible for plenty. I believe so. Xenotron said, the hypocrisy is enough to see your conscience. I am Mrs. Kai said, Alex, it would explain Trump with his desanctimonious comments. Xenotron said, I'm hoping Kennedy will unite and work with Trump after Trump is re-elected. Alex said, could be. Shannon said, desanctimonious went back on Disney, don't trust him. Yeah, I heard something about that. I didn't know if that he actually went back on them. Let me see. The chat just jumped. I'm trying to go back as far as I can. Okay. MJ said, makes you wonder, George. Shouldn't want to touch that with a cootie 100-foot pole. Shannon said, Kai's on his best behaviour as his wife's in the chat, rolling pin in hand. George said, yeah, I know, Zena. King Snurgle said, George, they're about to announce their latest model release, Harley Davidson 1200 Transporter. Zena said, hopefully if we ignore their product long enough, they'll go away. Zal said, it's got a dicky seat, King. MJ said, for real, that's the name, Transporter. I am Kai said, Shannon, not going to be in chat much anymore, wouldn't want to... Oh, don't worry, guys. I am Kai. That's okay. Alex said, that Billy Goat Pie clip in the face will never get old. Shannon said, Harley will be releasing a new range of mopeds for men, holier, the feeling of wind in there. Oh dear, King Snurgle said, Zal, they just dropped the king bit out of the king and queen seats. I am Kai said, he's hidden from me any... Xenotron said, they're not the rainbow colours. The true rainbow has a lovely mute tone. Yes, that does. Okay. Xenotron said, Tedros in the bar gets me. Yes, Tedros dancing in his little bike shorts. Alex said, I think you should just ignore each other. I am Kai, respect to you both. Will be a shame not to have you both here. Selena said, hey, I just got your notification. MJ said, Missy, that belly shirt and short shorts, sippy. Yep. Xenotron said, 2 roosters in the chook yard. Darren said, rainbows were once used for nurseries. Maybe they use it because they want the kids. Flyby Stew said, respect. Okay, George said, yeah, Darren. Pat said, these twisted child predators are everywhere. Back in the 50s, we were followed everywhere we went, from childhood to teenage years, and then our kids had encountered so on. There are so many. Zal said, they hijack everything, point to the divine, and they invert it. Zal said, I was up at Blackheath the other day, Hev. Oh, really? Xenotron said, what's stranger than woman face? Now that's real stranger danger. Xenotron said, I know, King, I'm controversial myself. Alex said, these evil monsters won't get away with it for much longer. Xenotron said, I mean, can be, even when I'm just sharing information. Hey, Joe Della, how you going? Shannon said, you don't get to keep the jewels. Zal said, all the veils are coming down. They are. We're going to see everything. Xenotron said, they have managed to trick us into thinking the aliens were coming from outer space. Interdimensional. I am Kai said, okay, gotta go. May the God of the creator of creation bless and keep us, and may the force be with you. You too, I am Kai. Take care. King Snurgle said, ancient Kabbalah understood dimensionality and separate timelines. That was come up with by some pretty primitive thinkers, yet no one else kept up. Ah, Joe said the RNLI is the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. Thank you. Appreciate that. Flyby Stew said DeSantis is the same as Farage in the UK. Watered down votes stuff the system that stuffs us. Shannon said, just like Parkinson's disease isn't a replacement for a top-loading washing machine. Shannon! Facts over feelings, how you going? Everyone's saying hello to Facts over feelings. Shannon said Kabbalah Gematria. And Facts over feelings is saying hello to everyone. Good to see you guys here. Alex said Chinese bind feet too. It's quite messed up to see. Yes, they do. But now they're binding girls' chests. King Snurgle said, I had to very rapidly realise that everything that is part of human-level organisation is corrupted. Both sides of people hidden in each other's camps. And Joe Del Mura said, George, I've just noticed your profile pic. Simone said, so true, King. Joe said, sorry, George, I misspelt your last name wrong. George said, Joe, yeah, I'm a gooner or a goner. Gooner? Shannon said, it's hobble a bull lol. Get it? It's hobbable a bull. I have trouble talking at the best of times, Shannon. Don't make it worse. Xenotron said, democracy is a failed concept. Joe said, George, my son-in-law and 2 grandsons are too. Xena said, democracy replaced the communal meetings with a talking stick. King Snurgle said, 1999 literally blew up MI6 by providing the information that proved it was just as corrupted as it has been in the days of Burgess and McLean. I've gone and done it again. Xena said, no one has a say anymore. Flyby Stew said, I'm just about finishing a mixed coleslaw salad. Absolutely awesome. Thank you. Oh, yum. You're going to make me hungry again. Oh. Xenotron said, and they certainly don't speak for me or represent my values. MJ said, King, I have a question. How long were we actually meant to live? Did you come across 200, 500 years? Someone in the Bible lived for 900 years. King Snurgle said, but I just don't care this time. I needed the last 6 weeks off anyway. Don't expect much respite over the next 6 weeks. King Snurgle said, last 3 weekends have been the most mind-expanding and exciting it is possible to have. From here on in, we're all just going to be mainly observers. Darren said they don't care about our values, Xena. I'm jumping again. The chat's jumping all over the place. Oh no, it's not too bad. Oh, I'm near the end. Okay. Darren said the internet is an observer. Shannon said Socks now comes with me when I feed the chooks. So far no one has attacked each other. Yes, my cats leave the chickens alone. I thought I'd have trouble with those, but I don't. They actually just sit, you know, and the chickens come right up to the cats and the cats just go, and that's it. Or they turn and the cat turns and walks away. George says, Shannon, I've seen videos of cats adopting chicks. Cena said internet is like a peep show these days. Yeah. Shannon said they can't let Trump win because they will all be jailed or executed, ending their democracy. Yeah, when they say protect our democracy, they're meaning themselves and their corrupt little system they've got running. Xenotron said, George, I think animals are changing, or did we just not notice them before? Where am I up to? Alex said, I think I just had a power surge. I think it's okay now. Shannon says, Socks was born on top of some chicken eggs, lol. There you go. MJ said, breezy, lol. King Snurgle said, MJ, humans may as well look upon themselves as Homo erectus. MK1V. Our telomeres were genetically manipulated to be much shorter, and her self-healing has been virtually genetically removed. Wow. Alex said laptop screen went off but could still hear and came back on. Really weird. Shannon said, who liked the feeling of wind in their... Oh, Shannon. Darren said, one of our cats will have no interest in chicks, other will be fascinated by them, the other one would rip them apart and eat them in an instant and still ask for more food. Oh no. I guess I'm lucky with mine. I don't know, they both put up with each other. Xenotron said, Shannon... Oh, okay, I'm not going to say that either. Sorry, Xena. Shannon said, no tiny chicks at the moment. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Darren said, hope it's not the start of a problem, Alex. George said, I've saved a few pigeons and other birds from my cat. Yeah, I've saved a few things from my cats. Shannon said, Musky Socks says, hi, she has started to sleep on our bed. Michelle App, how you going? Jim said, trust in Jesus, stand with Jesus. Yep. Shannon said, Durham boats. Michelle App said, hey, Alex and Missy. King Snowball said, MJ, my keyboard is running low on batteries. I don't have any new ones left. It types badly when low powers. That was observers. Yeah. It was a typo. Jim saying hello to everyone, and MJ said, okay, I wasn't sure, gotcha. Shannon said, oh, whoops, there it goes again. That's not what Shannon said, that's what I said because my chat jumped again. Alex, I've seen people who grow their necks with rings too, not sure where that is. Yes, somewhere in Africa, isn't it? They put the rings and their neck ends up very long. Jim said, just pop it in to say, hey, y'all can't stay, be blessed, y'all. You too, Jim. Shannon said, pun on foot binding Hev, you butchered that one. Oh, okay. Sorry, I butchered it. Alex said, Guna means Arsenal football soccer fan, Hev, lol. Okay, there you go. You correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, do that, please, because, yeah, it helps to know. Jim said Eternal. George said, yeah, Alex, Arsenal are known as the Gunners and us Arsenal fans are known as Gooners. Menacing Muskrat said Methalusa lived till he was 969 years old. There you go, 969. King Snurgle said the fancier tech gets, the less use it is when manufactured in China to crappy standards. I bought an all-singing, all-dancing, touch-sensitive wireless keyboard. Great idea, but crap in practice. Alex said, I used to be a Tottenham fan, arch enemies. Don't follow any of it now, not since they went woke. MJ said, I see videos of cats and chickens sleeping, napping all the time. George said, I wonder if next season will the players kneel before the game now that BLM's gone broke? Yeah, let's hope not. Alex said, the world became a very different place. I just want to find a bit of land and grow my own fruit and veg with loads of animals. Yes, me too. And MJ said, Alex, me too, with fruit trees too. Yes. I want everything, like, I want to grow what I eat. Okay. Xenotron said, George, probably not. However, they will probably replace shorts with a skirt. Alex said, it would be interesting to see if they do. That was another massive scam that took advantage, George. Xenotron said, a skort. Skorts at the back and a little skirt at the front. Shorts at the back. You know what we used to know as skorts? They were actually like... They were joined like shorts. They didn't have a skirt at the front or the back, but they had so much material it looked like a skirt. So the bottom of the leg was really wide. It went out like, you know, and it actually looked like a skirt. I used to love them. Skorts. And they sort of brought some back, but they weren't like they used to be. They're like a really daggy version of what they used to be. George said, did any of the money that BLM raised help any black communities? Not at all. Zane said front. Yeah, it was a money laundering. King Snurgle said, as for original human age, all known animals-based races live between 800 and 1300 years. My guess is humans will have originally been at least as long-lived, probably longer. Darren said, football has been a control mechanism for many years. Yep, bred in circuses. Unfortunately, Flyby Stew said, Hev, I've got to go. Good night. Love, sleep tight, and every lovely in this channel. In a bit, guys. You too, Flyby Stew. Hey, that rhymes. You too, Flyby Stew. King Snurgle said the human race has been severely genetically modified several times. This mRNA caper is nothing new under the sun. Alex said, I think we really do need to start thinking about growing our own. They are contaminating everything. Zell said, latest stew. Yeah, that's why I'm growing my own. Veggies. And I've got chickens. Menacing Muskrat said, I just put in a heap of potatoes and peas. Tomorrow will be the rest. Green is full of tomato plants, peppers, lettuce and herbs. Ooh, yum. Shannon said, hello, truth seekers. Hello, Shannon. Alex said, take care, Flyby, see you soon. George said, take care, Fly. And Darren said, until they make it legal to grow your own produce. Alex, they're trying now here in Australia. The Voice, you've got to ask an Aboriginal if you can grow your own food on their land. You know what they can do with that? I'm growing. And if I can't grow it on the land, I'll get it above the land in a container so I can grow it that way. Oh my God, guys. It's insane. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. 1 hour, 43 minutes sounds pretty good. Yeah. That's about it. I'm running out of things to talk about. It's just insane. Have any of you guys got anything to say before I go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And there's a 43-second delay, so now I've got to wait. Alex said, that's what they are trying to do as well, Darren. They only want us eating their muck. Sherry said, good night all. Yeah, it's probably time to wrap up. It's probably late over in the UK, and I'll catch up with, look, I'll either be back tomorrow or the next day, okay, depending on what happened. Oh no, what did I miss? Nothing. I've been going for 1 hour 44 minutes, so I'm going to end it there. Okay, guys, much love, and I'll see you either tomorrow or the next day. Okay, bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.